This human form is blessed with the special faculty of knowledge, and the utilization of that knowledge is not to do the same activities that animals do in a deluxe manner, but to utilize that knowledge to discover the purpose of life itself.
Swamiji, I wanted to talk to you about family. And when you grew up, which city did you grow up in?
Which city?
In India.
Actually, my father was in government service, so I grew up in a number of cities all over India.
Moving every 2 to 3 years.
That's very right.
I know exactly what that is. But most of the time, the cities that you grew up in were which one?
My early childhood was in Delhi. From there, I moved to Shillong, which was at that time the capital of Assam. And then I spent a little time in Hyderabad. Then I moved to Pune. And then I went back to Hyderabad. And then I completed my schooling in Delhi. Then I did engineering in Delhi and management in Kolkata. And did my first job in Mumbai.
Wow, all over. So that's amazing. That's good. Whenever I introduce you and I say, here is an IIT and an IIM graduate, and then I see you in this attire, and then I say, how can an IIT and an IIM scholar have such a change in his life? You being an alumnus of these two huge names, and then for you to take such an intellectual person like yourself to take this sannyas. Explain that to us, please, would you?
Shabnamji, education, whether it is engineering or management or medical education, is only a means to an end. Ultimately, we are all looking to find fulfillment, purpose, and meaning in life. So when I would think, why is it that I am studying? To get a job. And why would I like to get a job? So that I can earn money. And what will I do with the money that I earn? I will enjoy the luxuries of the world. I will eat, sleep, etc. I came to know from the scriptures that eating, sleeping, mating, and defending are activities that even the animals perform. If I am to restrict myself just to this much, it is not sufficient and not meaningful enough. So I looked for a higher purpose in life and came to know that this human form is blessed with the special faculty of knowledge. And the utilization of that knowledge is not to do the same activities that animals do in a deluxe manner, but to utilize that knowledge to discover the purpose of life itself. So, to bring it down to your question on why I made this decision of taking sannyas, we always have choices in our lives. You have to allot your time between the priorities of professional life, family life, social life, your own spiritual nourishment. And the way you make your decisions depends upon the values that you hold. If you value profession more than family, naturally you're going to allot more of your time to the profession. So the values that develop within ourselves get created by the beliefs that we harbor. By the grace of God, I developed this belief that I am an eternal soul and not just a body made of blood, pus, stool, urine and mucus. And I, the soul, am a tiny fragment of God Himself. So just like a hand is a part of the body, and the constitutional position of the hand is to serve the body. In serving the body, the hand automatically receives the nourishment that it needs, the blood, the oxygen, and everything else. Now if the hand says, I've had enough of service to this body, cut me off, I'll take care of myself. The hand severed from the body is of no value. It can't even take care of itself. So it is in serving what it is a part of that it receives the nourishment that it needs. Similarly, when my belief became that I am a part of God and what I am seeking, true knowledge, true happiness, true love, will be received in serving the Lord. From that belief, the value naturally developed that this is of the highest priority. So when I was serving in an organization, the question would always arise in my mind that why am I working hard? Is it to increase the profits of this organization, to increase the returns for the shareholders of this organization? And I decided that this is not what I want. If I can align my life and my work with my values, that is what will satisfy me. So I took that decision 35 years ago, and I always feel blessed that I have had the opportunity to lead a life of meaning, of value, and of purpose.
I'm not trying to calculate your age, but how old were you then when you made this decision?
I was 23 years old.
Wow. And was that hard? Was that very difficult?
People ask that question. However, it was a very natural step. Besides, when you are young, you're bold, you're daring, you don't think so much. So when I got convinced that this is what gives meaning and purpose to me, it was a very, very natural step.